Hello, we're back. This time attempting, once again, to win this extremely difficult fight that took such effort from me to no avail, and was totally not because I did not have a proper party and didn't level people up. Thankfully,
because we went, oh hey, it's just gonna be a little thing.
It's just gonna be the city. I didn't even think I was gonna get into a fight, but I'm not on the controls today, so my strategic genius co-host will be the one defeating this extremely difficult battle.
As we all know, yeah, you learn all kinds of really smart tactical thinking from playing a lot of JRPGs where you can hit auto and dating sims.
I thought you were gonna say playing a lot of Pathfinder.
Actually, you know what? That's fair. We have done this cutscene before, so
skip over this. You're the war gamer of the two of us.
You've played a decent chunk of Lancer.
I've played 3 sessions of Lancer. And my mech blew up. Twice, I think. Didn't my backup mech also blow up?
Yeah, which was a funny thing of like you in the middle, like I blew up your mech and then you're like, hey Mitch, can I request the people we're trying to get in, do they have a mech they could send me? And I'm like,
so I can play the end of this one shot.
And I'm like, I guess since it's a one shot, here, make a mech real quick, I guess. This was not something we had prepared for.
Yeah.
Bastard. Such a sexy thief. Speaking of RPGs, I've been enjoying on one of the Discords that Wyatt and I go to, spreading my gospel of bring other players in. Spreading the gospel of, hey, you should just bring other players in on your secrets, so that then they can, have fun keeping secrets from the other players, and then fucking having fun with the reveal.
Yeah. Hey, do you want to restart the stream? I'm getting some artifacting, and I don't know if that would fix it, but I think if you restart it, it should just come back up. I don't have to reconfigure this. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think that's immediately better.
Oh, nice dodge.
Oh no, it's happening again. Oh, well, we'll just have to deal with it. Sorry, viewers.
You know, you're just a big fan of CRT aesthetics?
Yeah, it's true. Oh, there comes the key. Cast and shell in the gang.
I was thinking about it. Yeah, let's just do it here.
Their black mages were pretty annoying.
Yeah. Yikes. Jesus.
Hard fight, like
They
I said.
love. No, it just is really rough because you can't see where they cast, and I put my people like right in the spaces. And my other fighter is still charmed, even though I killed the thief that charmed her. I keep going, oh shit, is something important happening? But no, it's just more rat sphere.
Oh, this is bleeding into the. This is gonna bleed into the video now. I don't have the knowledge to talk about the rat sphere. What have you done to us?
Why? I don't need to talk about anything with it.
But people are gonna be curious.
People don't need to know about the rat sphere. What happens in the rat sphere?
What happens in the rat sphere stays in the rat sphere.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you're familiar with Roko's Basilisk, it's those guys. Those weirdos.
Oh, no one gives a fuck about Roko's Basilisk.
Yeah, I know. It's stupid. They're a bunch of dummies.
Roko's Basilisk engages the same level of fury I get as shit like Zeno's paradox of no, this is just dumb.
I mean, I thought you were gonna say Christianity because it's just they did just reinvent that. Like Roko's Basilisk is what's his face? Roko's Basilisk is just Pascal's wager for tech bros.
Yeah. Honey, you cast Protect on a corpse.
You gotta protect that corpse.
Good for you, Agrias, a golf clap.
Those who don't know, Roko's Basilisk is this absolutely absurd quote-unquote theory that I think started as more of a joke or just a thought experiment that people ended up taking way too seriously. And in the way of weird irony poison dudes on the internet, it's hard to tell who are people. It Poe's law comes into effect. It's hard to know who genuinely believes in the thing versus who's just doing it as a joke. It's this idea that if one day a super advanced AI comes into being, it will punish all and gains control over space-time. It will punish anyone in time and space that did not bring about its existence for some reason, and thus the rational thing to do is to work toward bringing about the existence of Roko's Basilisk in order to not be punished by it, not even be rewarded by it, but just be ignored by it or have its mild appreciation. It's very silly.
That it said it was going to do 80 damage. It did 16.
Yeah, well,
Wonderful.
it might have been that's all the health they had left.
No, he has 81 hit points.
Oh.
I think it was just a whiff.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know how that works.
MP left for a raise spell. Great. One action short. Look at all these tasty treats that we cannot take advantage of because we're on such a timer.
Yeah, it's the thing about this game and games that do this kind of thing that always really annoys me. I don't mind it when Into the Breach does it, because that is like, you know, that game is such that game, but like in this one it's like, all these goodies, this is a JRPG, I want to get loot from my fight, but I can't hit people and also get loot? When the battle's over, can't I just walk over and pick up the stuff?
No, also we just lost one of our people.
Oh no.
We just lost our so
we lost our black mage? Are we gonna fish stream this?
I guess, like, ugh.
Well, I was joking earlier when I talked about the difficulty of this fight, but I guess this fight is legit difficult.
No, this fight sucks. They start off with all range on you, with you at the bottom of a hill. This fight is a fucking slaughter, Wyatt.
Well, it is a hit. I mean, I guess it does make sense. I thought I was just bad.
No, Wyatt, that's because you have a horrific sense of self-worth at the moment, and so you just are constantly hating yourself.
Attack me. That was like.
Okay. Well, it's fine. We can just kill this archer and keep going, and...
Are we... okay, we're not...
Yeah, we're not gonna...
Fishing, right? Okay.
Yeah, oh, wait. This is...
That's alright, I'll think of something else to talk about. What's another dumb tech bro thing we can talk about?
This is because you brought up the Basilisk.
Yeah, this is the Basilisk killed our save file for not bringing about its existence. Keanu Reeves is into NFTs now.
Yeah. No, the other thing I was gonna say is the funniest thing about Roku's Basilisk because it's how Grimes and Elon Musk met.
Yep. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it was like she overheard him talking about it at a party or something and was like, ooh, he knows about Roku's Basilisk. Which really speaks to those two deserving each other.
Uh-huh.
And that I feel like most people... I guess, like... most people would be like, what is this? This is stupid. But... or like, I don't even know what this is. And then like... I feel like the highest amount of other people that know what Roku's Basilisk would be like, I'm going to turn around and walk in the other direction. I don't want to go anywhere near a white dude talking about Roku's Basilisk. But Grimes is in the third category. I mean, also, I think it's probably of note that he's Elon Musk and extremely wealthy. But I'm not going to make any statements about such things. I have no thoughts or opinions, except for fuck Elon Musk.
Yeah, I mean, however, you know, big congrats. He went ahead and he bought a Twitter. He's the CEO of Twitter. That
was like 5 years ago, right?
No, the board of like trustees just like unanimously were like, here, have this. We want you to own this. Also, hey, while we're at it, let's overturn Roe v. Wade.
Yep. Yeah, I was determining whether or not to bring that up. This is good. This is a mood. We maybe shouldn't have done this recording, but we're doing it now. You're all gonna have to suffer through this with us.
as the battle shows, we are in the worst timeline.
Yeah. This is a good moment in the game for us to be doing this, I guess.
Yeah. Like, I'm currently at the point where it's just like, I feel like I need to, like, we're in such a weird place with, like, characters and gear, and we just got these new units who have the worst job situation, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, let's figure this out. I need to we probably need to fucking, like, I probably... God, does he hit every time with Charm? Do we need to, you know, do I need to do some leveling, some grinding, get the shit figured out? But it's like, we have to fucking get this dealt with.
Oh yeah, this is the only thing we can do.
Uh-huh.
Clearly, we've been playing unoptimally, and we
Gaff,
have to
why
start over from the
why
beginning.
the
Why
fuck
did he run
you
away?
go over there?
Alright, come on, Ramza.
Good. He can't pummel from that
What?
distance. Short distance on fists. And once we've moved, we can't change that. Which is
Being able to
the
undo
most-
your move is like the biggest change in like tactics game like design.
Yeah, I started playing Tactics Ogre, the PSP version.
Does that let you do it?
Yeah, that lets you do it. That game is older than this, but got the remake, and I'm just like,
That's by the same dude, isn't it?
uh-huh.
Did it come out before or after this? Maybe he learned his lesson. Tactics, PSP. 2010. Where the Lions came out. 2007, yeah, okay. So maybe he learned. I don't know if he worked on the remake. Speaking of the Evil East Alliance, did you ever play Revenant Wings?
No, that's 12-2, right?
Yep. That's the one that's like a RTS on the DS. Maybe one of the weirdest, like, Final Fantasy connected games that Square's ever made.
Yeah.
I played
It's
that
a very-
situation. Go on.
It is a weird thing to me of, like, Fire Ramza.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, no. Like, if you have anyone move up, they will just fucking rip people to shreds. It's rough.
Should we start over
And I was
let
like-
them come to us?
We can't. They have the high ground. They can still hit us.
What
from,
if
like, that
everyone
far
goes
back.
and hides behind the building and the cliffside?
Then we will have a very long, excruciating, and dull fight, I guess.
Yeah. What we should maybe do, if this is a failure the second time around, is just do it off recording.
Yeah. Hey, Gaff, look at that. You had to come back. You fucking idiot. My least favorite thing in any Final Fantasy game, like across the board.
Party members.
Yeah, which also they've announced is what's going to be. It's going to be the thing in 16. But also 16 looks to be Devil May Cry.
Yeah, it matters less. You can't dodge attacks in this game. Nice Thundara.
Yeah, it's like, okay, cool. Getting something like that changes things so much, whereas last time they just we had that queued up and completely whiffed. Not to mention, they just like charm one of our fighters every time.
Yeah. Coward. Did that guy just whiff his turn?
I don't know.
God damn it.
Yeah, no, he's casting haste on them. No, it fucking sucks, because, like, I bring Ramza back, they just drop him. But if Ramza dies, then
the fight's over.
Yeah. Honestly, I am seriously debating just, I think Ramza has enough Knight XP to... I believe Ramza has enough Knight XP that we can,
Yeah.
I believe Ramza has enough Knight XP that we can throw, heavy armor on him, and that might honestly be worth it.
Yeah.
I missed this guy back here who had 1 hit point, which is where I should have been the monk. I just forgot him.
Maybe Gav will take him out.
Yeah, but also that, like, leaves him back there just doing that shit. Where it's like, I put everyone in the back row hoping that people would, like, move up, which only, Agrius was a good enough person to do.
Well, that's 2 down.
This is why we restarted for Samson.
Yeah, Samson's too much of a goat to die.
Like,
Alright.
I'd be willing. Like, we've got 2 monks, we've got 2 thieves. If we lost one of them in a battle, I might be willing to be like, well,
yeah,
it happens.
People die. We have extra party members. People die in war.
Let's see here. Metal Tailwind. See, this particular fish stream is going a lot better.
Yeah. Well, this isn't a fish stream. This is going to be canon. I don't know if I ever actually explained that on air. But it's from a Crusader Kings Let's Play that I enjoyed a lot, where one of the... I don't even remember where it came from, but... Or like the specific series of events, but one of the events in Crusader Kings 3 is your character has a dream about building a fish pond. Where, like, I don't know, stuff happens in that dream, and they jokingly called the when they, like, died, or like in war, like, oh, was this all part of the fish dream? Do we wanna... Oh, right, it was because their save file was right after the fish dream. So it's like, was everything that happened part of the fish dream, and we go back and our character wakes up when we restart from this quick save? God, they didn't even bother touching Agrius.
You know what? She's got 7 hit points. I'm gonna wait around and grab some crystals.
Yeah.
Except for, you know what? I say that. Agrius is just gonna fucking
Agrius
kill
is
them,
also
though,
probably
because we
just
can't
gonna kill her, yeah.
because we can't control our characters.
Yep.
Good design.
It's so weird too, because like Agrius and Gafgarian and Delita and I deleted his name from memory because I hate him so much. Agirth? That's not his name. Argath, not Agirth. I was kind of close, I guess. Those are all characters in the game. Like, those are more compelling characters to control than like the nobodies who don't exist in the story and are just like your dudes for when a fight starts. It's strange.
Yeah, it's a really weird thing because I know that in this game you will get party members. Like, you'll be able to get party members that are like the equivalent of like, oh hey, this is a named character with like a special class and all of this bullshit. But it's like, nah, we just want you to like be running around with these randos, and eventually you're like, okay, cool, they matter because I put all of this time into them. But yeah, it's weird. Like, again, playing like, you could have had the first chapter be much more focused on just like, hey, here's Ramza, Delita, and Argath, and then like, you know, here's like maybe a mage companion, and that could have worked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I believe you're
yes.
Agrius?
Agrius, I believe. We cannot linger. We must find Lady Ovelia. And how shall we do that?
And how shall we...
Gafgarian was also me. Call out her name and hope she comes running. Her captors have but one place to go, the impenetrable walls of Fort Basilisks. Then we must lose no time. I've realized that our 3 principal characters are all voiced by me because we lost the major character voiced by you. So if you want to take one of these guys...
I mean, I was going to, but you said that you were voicing Gafgarian, so I'm just going to make you do all of them.
Well, do you want to take Agrius?
No, I want you to do all of them.
Okay, I can do all of them. Oh, jeez. Alright, we should buy some shit. Oh, we should also look at the rumors. I bet there's a bunch of new rumors.
Yeah, I also realized something with this last fight, which is...
I'm not clear about how much time has passed.
Got to do fundaments. All are currently equipped. Wait.
I was gonna say earlier, he's a monk. Can he wear heavy armor still?
Oh, wait, I realized what I forgot to just do. We've given him that thing, but we have to...
Yeah, there we go.
Put a heavy armor on him.
Oh, there we go, okay.
Which... One second. Just making sure. Okay, weapon powers are all 0 because we're just using fists, which is part of our whole thing. Attack 7. So yeah, it doesn't look like it's changing anything, but you know, hey, 60 more hit points. I will take it.
That's yeah.
Also, let's just...
Mithril. Oh, I watched Folding Ideas' long video, an exhaustive history of Ralph Bakshi's Lord of the Rings movie.
It's a good one.
I would recommend that to anybody. That video's like 6 months old or something. I just find that I'm gonna get around to it. A thing that I will reveal about myself that I didn't. A thing that I will reveal that I did not know. I thought that the Bakshi Lord of the Rings and the Rankin and Bass ones were the same thing. I didn't know that there were 2 separate animated Lord of the Rings movies. And I feel very silly about that.
That's... You know, that's fair. I can see how someone gets there.
And they, like, I don't know why I thought that, like, they look different. They look very different from each other. Rough.
But... This is one of those things where I'm like, you have a thing that'll be like, optimized, buy this, but you don't have a thing that'll be like, hey, sell gear that's out of date.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good video. Ralph Bakshi is a very strange man. In a good way. Strange positive, I think. Perhaps except for how horny he was. Is he alive?
There's nothing... I don't know, but there's nothing wrong with being horny.
He is still alive. He's 83 years old.
Oh! We can get side quests.
Oh. I guess we should probably do those.
Oh, you can send someone.
It's one of these.
Who gets sent? You know what, Carmen? You can... Wait, how many people can we send?
Oh, this is interesting. Is this how you level up, like, low-level characters, I wonder?
Okay.
Apparently what Ralph Bakshi is doing right now is he sells an art series called Little Guys and Gals.
Why, you wanted rumors?
Yeah, sorry, I'll stop looking at... Actually, no, I just want to see... Oh, look at these little guys and gals.
Are they little guys and gals?
Yeah, they are. A lot of them are clowns.
I mean, that's fine. Everyone's allowed to have a fetish.
One of these looks like, what if, Okay, this is a pull. This looks a little bit like, what if Naoki Urasawa drew like kid guts? Which I'm going to send to you.
That's a phrase you've stated. It's a cursed phrase.
Do you see it?
Let's see. I do not see how you say this is kid guts, but okay.
He's got the like cloak on. He's got like guts like hair.
That Guts has spiky hair. This is curly hair.
It looks spiky to me. Sorry, this is probably a terrible video. I don't know how I can bring this up for the video to look at when I have the specific window that I'm streaming in or recording.
Look up, everyone. Just look up Ralph.
Yeah, look
Bakshi,
up Ralph Bakshi, little guy 0988. I don't know. That's just the thought I had when I saw him.
Cool. Let's see how bad this random encounter goes.
No rumors for me.
I had brought it up, but you
Yes, I was too busy
started going through them.
I was too busy looking at
Bakshi's
little guys.
So, yeah, you lost your opportunity.
We can go back. Whoa!
We cannot. It's a Wendigo.
Hmm. Is it only this one creature? Oh no, okay.
No.
What the fuck are those shark head things?
Floating eye. Piscodemons.
What?
They're little fucking fucked up mind flayers.
Oh, they're in FF12 too. What?
Yeah, I'm gonna let these guys come to us here. Oh, wait.
This doesn't make any sense. Piscodemon was apparently like an evil Numu sorcerer, but there should only be one of them. If that's the case,
I mean,
maybe he cloned himself.
Piscodemon is just a fish demon. That's all it means.
No, in Final Fantasy XII, Piscodemon was a monster described as, in the bestiary, being a Numu male fallen into dark sorcerer's ways and so banished by the Grand Kitias Anastasis as punishment for his, now its, desire for ultimate power in Guru Vegan. Yet the strength of the wards placed upon it failed with the passing of Anastasis, and its power returned. The Mark's twin, living on Mount Bur Omases, petitioned the hunt for this creature. Oh, it's his twin sibling. That's a sad story. But yes, Piscodemons are just like literally like illithids with their with the serial numbers filed off.
I remember back in my heavy Pathfinder days, going and playing, Get Fucked, going and playing FF1, and that game is just D&D.
Yeah.
In such a way that is very funny, you know?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like they literally were just like, we want to do D&D. We want to make we think D&D is pretty neat, and so want to try doing a D&D video game.
Which is, as White and I have spoken of before, like, that generic fantasy is a lot more interesting when it's something that's come over to, like, another culture and then they're doing their interpretation of it.
Yeah.
However, I'd also say less interesting now. I've got to preempt this by saying I haven't played 14.
Okay.
So I can't speak to that.
Are we gonna start fighting right now?
No, I am really not a fan of the direction Final Fantasy has gone in, and I'm also generally less of a fan of, like, I am less of a fan of Square's, like, sci-fi offerings with the series.
Yeah. 14 being made by 16 being made by a lot of the same people who have worked on 14 gives me big hope for 14, because 14 really feels like a throwback to, like, classic JRPGs in a way that is delightful, in a way that both, like, improves and also hinders it, because all the worst things about it are also like throwback to classic JRPGs. Like the A Realm Reborn quest, like, is not good. It's literally just, oh, we need to go defeat these bosses. We gotta subjugate the native people, who are genuinely quite angry for reasonable reasons. However, their anger is making their gods manifest, and that's bad because their gods literally enslave people's brains, and so we gotta kill their gods. And that goes in interesting directions later, like hundreds of hours later, in a way that makes me not mind that I went through it. But when you're going through it, it's like 5 out of 10 JRPG.
Yeah,
which is rough because it's the start of the game.
Yeah, and I'm generally somebody who, hey, I if I'm gonna play a JRPG, I'd like to play a JRPG, and I really hate most of the shit that. I'm trying to remember the last. What was the last Final Fantasy, like, combat system that I would call good? Because it's not 15.
Is it 10?
As I've said. Honestly, yeah, here's the thing. 10 and 10-2 are probably the last ones that I would say were great. 10's turn system, where you can actually see the turn order, affect the turn order, really good, really fun and good and fun. I like that shit. However, and then 10-2's job system is a fucking blast. And beyond that, I would say, like, I somewhat enjoyed 12, mostly because of the fact of 12's gambit system is a thing that you can ignore. You can, which, here's the thing, that's how I prefer to do that if they're gonna do something where it's like, hey, you can set up AI for the new physical damages spawn? Oh, no, he is hurt. Just far back. Because the gambit system is fine. I know a lot of people enjoy being able to, like, hey, I have set up a machine here.
I've made the machine and now it runs.
I made a machine and now it runs, and I can get through anything, and I do not function like that.
Yeah.
But if people enjoy that, that is fine. The main thing is that I do not operate like that, and the game allows me to just go between my characters and just give that, like, pause and do standard style JRPG combat. Which is a thing that, like, 13 does not let you do. Instead, it's just like, pick a profile that you want these characters to do their actions as.
Yeah, I'm not big on either.
Yeah.
I also just realized I never actually told the reason I brought up Revenant Wings, my, like, funny Revenant Wings story, which is that I played Revenant Wings long before I played Final Fantasy 12, and in fact, I've never finished 12, but I did finish its sequel, Revenant Wings, which didn't bother me when I was a kid. I picked up what was happening. I'm like, okay, these are characters.
I also never finished 12. Which is weird, because, like, I have played through a good chunk of that game, I think, twice now. And both times, I fell off at about the same point. And it's weird, because I'd in no way say, oh, I'm not enjoying this game.
Yeah.
Like, story-wise. But, you get to a point where you're, like, running around and, like, some of the side quests, some of the content, it's just like, oh, you have to build things so specifically in a way where I'm just like,
yeah,
I don't enjoy this engine.
Out of curiosity, when did you stop?
1 second. FF12 walkthrough. Gonna just look at sections and see about where I got to. Also, a serious shout out to walkthroughs, as just, I love being able to look at a table of contents and be able to see, like, oh, I've got this many segments left. Like,
yeah,
is a thing that sometimes helps me get really easily, helps me get through a game. Let's see here.
I can tell you when I stopped, which is, I remember this, was right around when Lamont joins the party.
Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna look up Lamont just to
He's a little.
You see a
he's
face
a little
here?
lad.
Oh, the prince.
Yeah, he's a little prince lad.
I think I'm pretty sure that I had been done with the Feywood, which, looking at this, is like, oh, I was really far.
Okay, yeah.
It's also, I'm not one of those people that is going to say that, like, Vaughn is a terrible protagonist. Vaughn, okay, wait, backing up. Vaughn's not a terrible character. He should not be the protagonist.
Do you want to head back to town?
Sure. I'm gonna go the long way, though.
Why?
Because then we're beating out the clock for our soldiers to return.
Ah. Well, it's time for the rain to come. Yeah, no, I've said this to death, but like, Balthier should have been the protagonist.
Hard disagree.
Yeah, you think it should be Ash?
It should either be Ash or Bosch. I mean, Bosch is the protagonist of the opening in a lot of ways. Like,
does Bosch ever
he is the soldier.
to be the protagonist?
he is the main character who gets. He's a character who, in the opening, is Vaughn's brother's commander, gets kidnapped as a prisoner of war, is framed for the murder of the king. His twin brother is one of the judges.
Right.
And
That's true.
is sworn to protect the princess. Like, besides Ash, he is the one most tied into the plot. The worst thing about Bosch is that he has, like, maybe the worst design in the game once they give him a new outfit.
Oh, his like weird square. I don't even know what to call it. His bizarre armor that's like with a slit down the middle. It's not even armor. It's like he's wearing a vest, and everything is leather
vest. Everything is the most not asynchronous.
Asymmetrical?
Where halves don't match. That's it. Everything is the most asymmetrical on that, in a way that I'm shocked that Nomura didn't design it.
Yeah, he's wearing like a vest that has like the chest cut out, and he's wearing like one of those frilly shirts that's just like open, so he's got like an ab window. And then he's got the whole kind of sort of like quilting strap underneath. It's not a good design.
Yeah. I mean, because the whole thing is like, he got, the whole thing is that he gets, like, this outfit randomly given. He, like, has to put together an outfit in the slums after he's rescued.
Where's that for the rest of the game?
And he wears that for the rest of the game. It's also one of those weird fucking things, like, Ash, our princess, who, again, is, like, on this big quest, fucking, why is our princess wearing a hot pink miniskirt the whole game?
Yeah, the designs in that game in general leave something to be desired. I think the only design I genuinely have no problem with at all is Balthier's.
Balthier is very good. I also don't mind Vaughn and Pinello as street kids. Like, I feel like their shit works.
I do not like Pinello's weird outfit. I'm not a fan of her, like, bodysuit thing she's got going on.
I mean, like, here's the thing. She's wearing a weird bodysuit that I'm so as like, you know, the young Genki girl in the group. I'm just so thankful that it's not fucking horny as shit.
Yeah, it's just weird looking.
Yeah, like, fashion in Ivalice is fucking atrocious in that game.
Yeah.
No, and honestly, the thing is that I don't think Balthier should be the protagonist, because that's just redoing Zidane.
I guess that's true.
It's also, yeah, it's redoing Zidane down to, princess, we are here to capture you. And I'm not saying that it's bad, because I love me Zidane. But yeah, no, I feel like that game is a little bit of a mess in a way where in a mess in the way where I'm just like, this needs another pass. Like, I feel like there's a lot of good meat on those bones. You just might need to, like, there's good bones. We just need to rearrange them into a slightly different shape.
Yeah.
And then there's Fran, who is just such a non-fucking character in that game.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just reading, I was just reading about Evilise.
Mm-hmm.
It's not what I was expecting.
What are you expecting?
So the world ended?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that Final Fantasy XII was after Tactics. But it's not. It's before, it's a prequel. And all the like, why did they do that?
Well, I guess that explains why, you know, there's none of the fun races in Tactics.
Yeah. Right, I guess that's why they did it. Yeah, a lot of the races were wiped out by the catastrophe that occurred.
Everyone loves a catastrophe.
That's what... Wait, it says it mentions it wiped out the Mughals, but the Mughals are in...
I haven't seen a Moogle in this game.
No, but they're in the other one. Oh, I guess, but
Advanced has all of the races in it.
yeah, but that's a dream world. That's not the real Evilise. But also, is any of Evilise real, or was it all dreamed up for?
No, I think
Mutes,
no, I think that's still Evilise. It's just old Evilise. Because it's portal fiction.
Yeah.
Right? It's...
Well...
Because that's the thing with Tactics Advance, is that they're both portal fiction.
But wasn't the world partially created by the kid in that game, by Mute? Like, didn't he design stuff that shows up in the world?
This is Tactics 1?
Yeah, this is Tactics Advance.
I believe that he just finds a book in the library.
But he bases it off of a video game. I remember this because they were literally they talk about Final Fantasy in Tactics Advance, which is a video game. It's not a book.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. I know that it's either Tactics Advance 1 or 2, where main character finds like a book, which I want to say is called like Final Fantasy Tactics.
No, okay, hold on. The book is called the Grand Grimoire, which is a magic book that can bring fictional places to life. The thing is they go to a school. No, they go to a town called St. Evilise. So Evilise is named after the town they go to in the world that they live in. And so they combine it based on their town and Mute's memories from a Final Fantasy game that he played. Which means all of Evilise exists solely as the backstory to the fictional world that Mute created.
Yeah, which then carries on, and then the second one has Luso,
yes,
who is in this game.
Luso is sent back in time to, I believe, the time period that this game takes place in?
I don't know. Probably because, like I said, you can recruit him in War of the Lions.
Yeah.
Anyway, the thing we've settled on is Final Fantasy is dumb and bad. Hey, Wyatt, what's your ranking?
My ranking?
Yeah, of Final Fantasy.
Oh no! It's way before. It's way before. It's the golden era. It's like the FF12 era, which Lusa being in this game is extra weird. Then.
Wait, no.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because.
This is okay. Final Fantasy Tactics: War of the Lions takes place over 1,200 years after FF12. Can we look at the rumors now? Please.
Yeah, but I just asked you a question.
I'll answer after we look at the rumors. It's another thing to talk about while we fight another random encounter. Oh, this isn't good. Since the death of King Ondoria III, Queen Luveria's campaign to seize total control of the government has proceeded apace. All who oppose her, even members of the council, are mercilessly stripped of their rank. Even the Queen Mother, who had openly criticized the actions of her son's wife, was banished to Bunahan, never to return. Her fate is unknown, although some say she was poisoned. Oh dear. Duke Larg, true-born brother of Queen Luveria, and Duke Goltana, cousin of the late king, are locked in a fierce political struggle for control of Ivalice. Both men hope to be appointed guardian of Prince Arenas, I like Arenas better, and thus gain the title and authority of a regent. Although the queen supports Duke Larg, a goodly number of nobles and council members appear to back Duke Goltana, and there are rumors he may be officially appointed regent ere long. Goltana was the dude conspiring with our brother, right?
Yes, I believe so. We can check faces in a minute.
Peasants riot throughout Duke Goltana's province of Zeltenia. The sudden outbreak of civil unrest stems from the unanticipated loss of crops due to last year's drought, coupled with the burden of taxes have been steadily rising since the end of the 50 Years' War. A group of former knights calling itself the Order of the Ebon Eye appears to be fomenting?
Fomenting, yeah.
That's not a word I know. Fomenting the violence, even as Baron Grimm's Blackram Knights struggle to contain it. Baron Grimm's Blackram Knights, or Black Ram Knights, is the most, like, on-the-nose thing in this game so far. And this is a game with the Corpse Brigade. To instigate?
Foment, instigate or stir up.
Interesting.
Archaic. Bathe part of the body with warm or medicated lotion. Foment.
I do that.
I believe it has the same... root as ferment.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Gotta bring that up for people's skincare routines. I'm gonna call that my fomentation. You leveling people up here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm just making sure that two people need.
I'm gonna pause the recording for a second then, because I'm also gonna go get some water. Alright, we're back. What have you done?
Well, we now have a summoner.
Ooh.
Which is why I had started June down the road of Time Mage, was because I like the Summoner White Mage combo. It's just kind of classic to me.
Yeah, I was reminded last time that the famous Black Mage Summoner, not even last time, several parts, whenever we talked about this last, I forgot about Rydia.
The Black Mage was scared of...
Come on!
The Black Mage was scared of flames. But Wark!
Wark!
I want this Scooby-Doo chicken.
I didn't know that goblins are Pokemon. I've not seen a Chocobo so deep in the woods. An adult-pated bird to wander in this goblin-ridden place. This is the Chocobo that we get to join the party. Perhaps we could use him?
I want a burp.
Sorry. Delita once mentioned that wild Chocobos were hardier than domesticated breeds. Perhaps we could use him. You intend to save the creature? I had rather rely on my personal guild than feathers. Still, it may help us save the princess. Alright.
Protect the baby. Okay, so Wyatt, what's your Final Fantasy ranking? Ranking of fantasies. My favorite anime.
So, this is hard to do because the Final Fantasy games I've completed are 3, 4, 10, Crisis Core, Revenant Wings, I believe Final Fantasy Tactics A2 Grimoire of the Rift, and Final Fantasy 14. If you, as much as you can complete that game, I'm caught up. So I could rank those.
Come on, Boko. No. I want because have you tried the others?
Let's see. I've never played 1, 2, or 5. I got to the World of Ruin in FF6. I played the first couple hours of Final Fantasy 7. I played the first maybe like 6 hours of Final Fantasy 8. I played the first like 12 hours of Final Fantasy 9. Never touched 10-2. Never touched 11. Played the first like, I don't know, 8 hours of Final Fantasy 12. Played the first 2 hours of Final Fantasy 13. Never touched Final Fantasy 15.
Okay, 1 second. Let me go through the list real quick. Main series. That's all that really matters. I have beaten Final Fantasy 1. I have not done 2. I played through a goodly portion of the DS version of Final Fantasy 3 before my DS got stolen with that cart. Got very far in FF4. I don't remember if I beat it or not. I know I got past becoming a paladin. I have played some of 5, but not a huge amount. Have never finished 6, much to my chagrin. I have finished 7. Actually, no. I never beat 7. I got to Sephiroth and never beat him as a kid.
Damn.
I just watched the final cutscene.
Uh-huh.
So I'm familiar. I just never beat Sephiroth. I beat 8, I beat 9, I beat 10, I beat 10-2, I did not play 11, I've gotten decently far in 12, I refused to play any of the 13s, did not play 14, beat 15.
So you're more of a Final Fantasy head than I am.
Yes.
Although, however, I have put an absurd amount of time into... The amount of time I've put into FF14, I probably could have finished 7, 8, and 9.
Uh-huh.
So I've maybe played as much Final Fantasy as you have.
The other thing is that... you know, you don't really need to play 8.
Damn.
Is the thing I will say.
Ice cold.
I'm not a... Look, I beat 8. I don't think that 8's a great game. I know that there are people who enjoy it. However, it was not for me. And you know, at the end of the day, though, you know, nowadays we've got the modern versions of them on the computer.
Yeah.
And those are great because they now have the ability to fast forward. Which sounds like I'm being mean.
No, I totally get it.
Like it's like no, the ability to put combat on ×4 speed on some of those.
Does Bravely Default count as a Final Fantasy game?
No.
Okay.
Does it have Final Fantasy in the title?
No, but it's an obvious Final Fantasy 1 like throwback / like love letter, and was published by Square.
Yeah, I mean,
and it has like the magic in it, right? It has like Kira and stuff, Thundaga.
I mean, the other thing that's weird is that there's Final Fantasy: The Warriors of Light, which is the Bravely Default team, and is pretty much just the exact same thing. Before they were allowed to kind of do their own thing. However, you know, shoutouts to Bravely Default for immediately doing the most Square naming conventions. Here's Bravely Default.
Yes.
Bravely Second. Bravely Default 2.
Yep.
Anyway, best Final Fantasy is 9. That's all I have to say about it.
I'm gonna rate.
Some people disagree, and they're wrong.
I'm gonna make 2 lists. I'm gonna make my list of my favorite.
What?
No. This is funny. Let me finish. I'm making a tier list of the ones I finished, and then a tier list of the ones I have not finished, based solely on vibes. So let's see. All right. List number 1, best game for top number 1, Final Fantasy X. Second, Final Fantasy 14. Third, Crisis Core. Fourth, 4. 5. Fifth, Revenant Wings. Sixth, 3.
What? Why 10 in the top spot?
Because I was the perfect age for that game, and I really like it, and I think about it all the time, and its world is really cool, and I like a lot of its characters very much. Like, I was at the age where, like, the bad voice acting did not bother me at all, and I didn't even, like, think about or consider it. So it's, like, purely a top spot for nostalgia for me, which I'm sure is also similar to why Final Fantasy IX is a top spot for you, even though it's probably a better game also.
No, I played 9 after the nostalgia bit. I, like, came back to 9.
Right, yeah, yes, you've said this before.
Yeah.
I'm not saying 9 isn't great, it's just like...
No, I like 9 because it's what I want out of Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I know. I just mean, like, is what you wanted of Final Fantasy somewhat determined by your interactions with Final Fantasy? Like,
no, because my Final Fantasy for me growing up, the first one was 7.
Okay.
7, 8, then 10.
Okay.
They were sci-fi games.
Okay. See, my first Final Fantasy game was Final Fantasy 3 on the DS. Which aligns 9 more with, like, what, like, young me's idea of, like, what Final Fantasy is / should be, because that's just, like, a straight-up, like, adventure game, like, classic fantasy adventure game.
Yeah. It's very funny to me, because, like, my mom bought Final Fantasy VII for us, for the PlayStation. But I think probably just because it was one of those things where my mom just brought it home for us. It was already had like the greatest hit sticker, so I don't know why she picked it up, but she did. my brother had been home first and played it first, so it had originally felt more like it was a thing for him. And my brother got frustrated because like he couldn't figure out how to go forward, which was like, hey, I can't open this gate. And the thing is, like, you need to talk to fucking I think it's Wedge. You just gotta talk to one of the Avalanche members and then they'll open the door. And RPGs are so fucking weird when you've never played them before. Up until that point, it was just I mostly played platformers or action games, you know? I never 7 was my first RPG, and that shit's weird.
RPGs are weird. My first RPG was Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. I'm pretty sure. Or
Yeah,
wait, no, that's not true. It was Pokemon. I think I played Pokemon before Thousand Year Door.
Actually, yeah, actually, my first RPG actually might have been Super Mario RPG because Legend of the Seven Stars, because of the fact that my grandmother owned it. My grandmother had a Super Nintendo with a lot of games for the grandkids or ones that my uncle owned, and the thing was just like, I did not understand that game as a kid, but luckily it's a Super Nintendo game. It's a Nintendo game. They tutorialized it very well, but it was still Mario RPG has always been really good about having like action in their games.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, you know, you jump as you land, you press A.
Yeah, that game was like revolutionary.
Yeah, not to mention like amazing 3D graphics for the time.
Hey, you didn't voice that Chocobo.
Mark?
He seems well enough. A lucky one this. Let's hope he's got a sense of gratitude, eh? Da 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 da. Anyway, my list of unfinished Final Fantasy games is 6, 9, 8, 7, 12, 13.
Welcome, Boko.
Yes, I know I put 8 higher than 7. It's because when I played them both at the time, I found 8 less alienating to play than 7. I got further into 8.
Why?
I don't know.
This might be a good place to stop for now, just because it's been an emotional day for me.
I'm down to do a shorter episode.
Yeah. So, bye y'all. Hi to Scamper if you see this. Yeah.
Thanks for watching as always. We'll be back at you with I don't know. I was gonna say with a hot and ready new episode next week. I don't know why I was gonna say that, but I'm committing to it.
Important thing, Wyatt, which is we need to see. Let's see what cool summons we can get.
We can get a Moogle. We can get. It's all the summons.
It's all the summons.
It's them. Wow, we can even get
it
Salamander.
Only costs.
Lich, it's Cyclops. All we're missing is like Anima.
I think isn't Anima like one of the specific ones for that world?
Probably.
The other thing that's really interesting is okay. Summons don't have a cast time. They're immediate. And like Moogle, I cast him and I noticed that I hit more people. He just hits in a radius, but only allies.
Damn, Summoner is good.
Yeah.
I assume the offset is like bigger mana costs.
Yeah, these are expensive. Like
Moogle's only 8 MP.
Moogle being only 8, so he's essentially just like he's a good cure spell.
Yeah.
Is fine, but some of these are just like.
Yeah.
But also like, hey, a 3 radius ice spell, but 24.
That'll be fun to play with.
Yeah. Yeah, love to have a summoner.
All right, farewell for now, loyal viewers. See you next time.